Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome. This is KG88, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a melody. We're going to be messing with some hip hop today, and this is very basic, very beginner level stuff. Definitely for somebody who's never produced anything before. So if that sounds like you, stick around. In order to make a melody, there's just a couple of key things that we're going to have to know, right? We're going to have to know what language we're speaking, right? And by that, I mean what key we're in. And we're going to have to learn a little bit something about scale degrees. Okay, so what do I mean by that? So say we're in C, right? C is C to C, basically, right? And you have scale degree 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then back to 1. Now, why is that important? Right? That's going to teach you what to build your melody off of. And what do I mean by that? So if I'm only using these keys, if I'm only using those keys, and I have them numbered 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 7, there's a chord for each of those, right? And they're all, an easy way to find out what the chords are is you can take a note, skip a note, take a note, skip a note, okay? And so that's a chord built off of scale degree 1. I can do that in every chord. Okay, why is that important? Because that's how we build melodies, right? So I have 1, 3, 5, 1. That's a melody right there. But we want to get a little bit more fun with it. We want to sort of create some movement, right? So a really basic progression is the 1-4-1 progression. That actually comes from 12-bar blues. And so you have 1, and you have 4, and you have 1. And we can do a lot of things with this. I'm going to move up to E minor to mess around there a little bit because it sounds a little bit cooler. So, all right, it sounds a little bit more, a little bit more edgy, a little bit more dark, which is perfect for hip hop. So let's listen to the beat in the background and let's get straight to it. Okay, cool. Now we know we have these keys in our scale, right? And these are the ones that we want to use. So we know we want to use these, right? A really fun and easy way to mess with melodies is to just go away from home and come back. So what do I mean by that? So I'll lock this in. So with this, I can do a lot of things just with this simple idea, going away from home and coming back. What does this look like? Okay, so I know that only these notes are in the scale, right? Okay, if I'm only using those notes, I can do a lot of things. Let's see. Let's slow it down a little bit. What's this going to sound like? Right? We go away from home, come back to home. Let's do it again. Okay, and so it's as easy as that. We're just taking the notes of the scale, going up, going down, and coming back again. Okay? Now, that seems a little bit basic, right? But we have a foundation, a core here, like a little core, a little melody here. And we can use the same notes in our scale here to either approach these things or go away from them. So what do I mean by that? Let's see what happens. Right? So we're going away from home quicker now. We're just filling in notes in between these little steps that we've made here. Right? Interesting. Okay, so at the end of this little phrase here, what I'm doing here is I'm throwing in, this is actually not in the scale. This note is not in the scale. It's called non-harmonic tone. But at the end of phrases, right, you can add these to add some more flavor. So check this out. And there you have a melody. And so I don't really need to go far with it. And you notice, a lot of times in hip hop, the progressions don't last all these bars. You have like a 2-bar progression that sort of repeats itself. And so that's what we're doing here. Okay, so that's the first method. The second method, we're going to do this. We're going to use chords to let us know what melodies to play, right? So check this out. We have 1, 3, 5. Right? 1, 3, 5, because we're in E, remember? E minor. So I could, it's a broken chord approach. But what if we did something like this? Doesn't that sound familiar? Anyway, sounds sort of like Batman. So now we did is 1, 3, 5, 6. And we can do this again. Switch it. This is a really popular melody sort of lick in hip-hop. It's really easy. So now, we've done that in the 1 position. Now you want to check out something cool, we can do the same off of scale degree 4. Right? So what's scale degree 4? 1. Right? You start at the 1, 3, 5 on the 4. So we're at scale degree 4. Sorry. Scale degree 4. And from there we can build skip a note, skip a note. Okay? We're going to do the same thing. You hear this a lot. This was actually really popular with what's his name? Lex Luger used to always make beats like this. Just modulate up to the 4th. And the cool thing is that you already know how you built these melodies, so you know exactly what harmonizes with them. It would be the same chords that we used, the 1 and the 4. Okay, so let's see what that sounds like. And there you have it, a really straightforward, easy approach. So what did we learn today? We learned 2 different ways to approach melody making. Okay. Remember to study your scales. Remember to know your key. Okay. And we learned 2 methods. We learned the broken chord method, and before that we learned the walking away from home method and filling it in. Hope that helped. Apply those to your music making. Let me know if it helped at all. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to cover. It's been dope. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Peace.